Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined here by Shankland and Vidit, and we have a draw between the players, and we had quite a fascinating game. So why don't you guys show us, go through the critical moments for the viewers? So.
Well, I played some nonsense pretty quickly. Is this not on?
Oh yeah.
Is this one?
I think it is, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I played some nonsense pretty fast. This B3, it's not totally stupid, but
I mean, what's the point if I play d5, bishop b2, c5?
I
Let's say
can play C takes D5 and then
ed
and
in
G3.
e3.
G3 I think is better. But it's,
So
I mean, it's
if c5, then
yes. Then I can play C takes D5, and the whole point with this B3 move was I haven't yet chosen with this bishop, and this I think can be
You have to keep the mic a little bit.
Yeah, I think this can be a little uncomfortable for black. I mean, he has to be fine here, but well, I spent some time like bashing my head against both the Ragozin and the Open Spanish, and was like, yeah, let's do some nonsense. But basically, we got this position.
I mean, I'm a tempo down
Exactly.
actually.
If black is with the tempo with the bishop on d6, like this position.
Usually the bishop is on d6 in
and
this
then
position.
it's extremely comfortable for black in that case. But with the bishop on e7, I was sort of hoping I would get somewhere.
Well, the point was like usually black puts bishop d6, queen e7, and then he just waits. So I thought,
Right.
okay, even if I lose the tempo,
Right.
it should not be that bad.
Yeah, I mean, but sort of I was one tempo away from just being much better. Like, for example, after f4,
Actually, I was thinking I could also play c5 here.
here I thought I was very comfortable with queen f3. Or
Queen
something.
f3, b5.
Okay, but I mean,
What's your plan?
oh, king h1, rook a1, something.
Okay, what do you play?
So king h1,
Can I play c4,
bc,
bc,
and knight c4, or not bishop c4, sorry.
dc, and then rook b8 in the end, yeah?
Yeah, tricky. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was.
So I thought, I mean, even black can take over, yeah, in such kind of
I
position.
wasn't so worried about this. I mean, I don't have to play queen f3 either, but like, I thought
I mean, there's no plan for it, no?
you can always take d7 and c5 and play for f5 in some cases. Maybe
King h1 now is a good move, yeah?
Sure. And but the thing also is here, once c5 has been played, I'm no longer ever worried about knight e4.
Yeah, of course, I have to play b5, that's my only plan.
Right, and here, something like this.
Yes.
I mean, I would be happy to play a position like this one with white.
Knight d7, knight d7.
Yeah, and say.
Probably you have to take.
yeah, take on
Knight
c5.
c5.
No, I'm just wondering if I can get goofy with something like knight f5, but probably not. Take f6 and black is good. Yeah, I mean, look, the way I played, I'm not surprised if black has more than one good way to play it, but the game,
I thought knight e4 is more solid, but
yeah, no, at
apparently
first-
not.
No, I mean, there were some options here. I was thinking about queen g4.
Knight f6?
This one?
Yeah.
This I thought was
Knight
decent for
g3?
white. Yeah, takes and takes.
Knight e4?
This I thought was good for white, actually. Takes and f5.
f6?
And now you lose.
How is it facing?
Takes, and what do you want? e6, rook f7 is coming. I think this is gone.
Yeah, it should be bad, yeah.
No, this is lost. But the reason I didn't do this was instead of knight f6, I thought he could take on g3. And now black has two options. f6 is interesting. I was not at all sure about a position like this one.
Wait, can't you go rook f3 instead of
Oh,
queen
yeah,
h6?
sorry, okay. Yeah, you can get queen g7 though instead. Anyhow, we will get some position like this one. I will lose my knight, but knight e5 will come with d takes e5, and I have no idea what's going on, but somehow it felt promising for white to me, and if I knew I was getting this, I probably would go for it.
Yeah.
But after queen takes g, the problem is I couldn't do anything about this move, and I couldn't figure out what my next move was, and I can very quickly just end up worse if I'm not careful. So I went with this bishop e4 instead. And I saw that here.
Now I think I should play f5,
F5
yeah.
was interesting.
Yeah, I should
Yeah.
play f5.
And then
King
I run
f7,
with the
yeah.
king and
It doesn't feel right though. Like
yeah,
it feels
but-
like something went wrong.
Exactly, but the thing was, later on in the game, what I got, I felt that this was comparatively better.
yeah. No, this is dynamic. It's hard for me to believe white is worse here with black's king like that, but maybe it's more playable and more double.
My plan was to play, let's say, rook d1. I thought was the good move.
Rook d1 or f d1?
f d1.
Okay, rook f d1.
Because otherwise you lose the d5 pawn in other lines.
Right.
So now if I play bishop c5, you have queen c3.
Why not b4 instead of rook fd1?
That's also probably possible.
But it
Queen
look-
b5? Or what? No.
No.
Doesn't look
No.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Take some checks.
So
Yeah.
first of all, let's say queen e7.
a3.
Yeah, and now if I play rook g8, you never have any checks now, yeah.
Well,
sure, but
And then I go rook d8.
bring my knight to somewhere clever. I don't know.
Maybe a5 is also a move. Yeah.
No, this is much more double-edged, but the way you played, I thought was. I mean, and here.
No, bishop e7 I don't like actually. It's simply it should be worse now.
This one. I
Queen
mean,
d5 I thought just
yeah,
draw.
I could just make a draw here. It took some time on f5 because.
Yeah, it was very unpleasant to
I mean,
play.
because the thing is, if I'm wrong about this, white might just be completely lost. But I thought it was very dangerous.
Practically, I didn't.
I mean, I didn't see how I'm mating, but I also didn't see how black is stopping the attack. I saw a lot of lines that ended with white winning, and a lot of lines ending with unclear.
So what do you thought was the best option here?
I don't know. It's not so easy to find a move here. Actually.
I thought rook a8, then rook d1 was the
Yes,
problem.
of course. And then queen c6. I was
Only move, yeah.
Yes, but it's also not so easy to bust. And I wasn't sure. I thought about perhaps playing something like queen f4.
The point is like you have to play queen c6. Otherwise, let's say if
queen f4
if
here, bishop f6 is good.
if I play queen b5, you have fg6.
Yes, queen b5 in this position.
Yeah, then you have fg6.
Yeah, and
now
weapons.
e6 square is
Yeah,
not
weapons.
covered.
No,
So
so queen c6 and here. I mean, I thought this was interesting. I saw I could make a draw with this move if I wanted it. I think.
But-
and bishop c5, queen f4.
bishop
And
c5.
after queen f4, I thought this was too dangerous with queen h6.
what's the point if just h4 or something slow like this?
Yeah, this is also very possible.
h4?
And this was after queen
No,
c6.
h4 seems wrong.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, black is not necessarily doing anything.
Somehow h4 feels a bit slow. Yeah.
It is.
I can
but-
play rook d1 for example,
Yes.
and now I have bishop f6.
Yeah, bishop f6 is a good move. No,
And,
I spent quite some time on f5 because I was worried that if I miss something, I will just be pawned down and bishop pair and I'm just lost. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looked too dangerous
Yeah.
for me to enter. But probably I have to go there. Yeah.
well, I mean, f6 as you played.
No,
can't
I
be
didn't
so
like
bad.
this.
I
Queen
mean,
g4 also you had an option.
and
I mean.
bishop takes d5 and this I could
Yes,
have passed.
but okay, then I could start with bishop d5.
Wait,
No,
wait.
Bishop d5 first does not work.
Why?
Queen g4,
Queen g4, bishop d5.
rook ad1,
And c6. And I thought black was...
Knight-
No,
knight takes
Ooh,
e4.
I missed this move. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, if I had seen that, I definitely would have gone for queen.
no, I
g4.
was going to play bishop d5, rook d1, rook a d8.
Again,
Not,
knight e4.
Yes, you can do that.
This looks very dangerous. No, if I had done this, if I had seen knight takes e4 after c6, I would have gone for this in
Queen,
half a second.
queen e8.
Okay, but now.
I mean, yeah, I know it's ugly, yeah.
now we're
FG and rook
talking.
d. No,
No,
rook
even
d5
FG6, yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
rook
yeah.
d5 fold. No.
What's wrong with fg6?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
g6
queen
is.
d6. Yeah, it's just.
No, this
Wait.
is extremely bad for black.
So can I play queen c6 instead of queen e8?
I doubt it very much, but let's see.
F.
Maybe actually. Okay, but even if I just go knight g3 or knight or something.
Even rook c1.
Yeah, rook c1 looks good.
Yeah, no, this seems very, very dangerous for black. I definitely should have gone something like this.
Yeah, queen g4 I was worried about. I mean,
I thought black planned something like g5, but it looks really bad.
h4, this is...
Yeah, this looks really
instead
bad.
of g5 I thought rook f7 is one move.
Yeah.
But you know, it's everything
maybe
looks
one
so
or
ugly.
something.
Okay, d1.
This looks
Yeah,
very
yeah,
dangerous
this
for
looks
black.
really
If
bad.
I had realized there was knight takes e4 in that position after c6, I would have gone for this in half a second. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of relieved in a way when
Yeah.
you went for
I mean,
this.
Another thing was I sort of misevaluated this endgame a bit. I thought it was quite unpleasant for black, but he's just sort of one tempo at a time to save everything. For instance, if he does some stupid move here, I think after... No, okay, here rook h4 is just winning, but if he plays, for example, rook e6, I think this is extremely unpleasant for
Yeah,
black.
this is unpleasant, yeah.
Yeah, rook e4 seems
Rook
precise.
e4 was nice, and here the...
Why not bishop e7?
I mean, maybe this was a better move, but...
Followed by
Yeah.
e4 and bishop f6 back. Something like that.
Now?
And bishop f6 next.
Is this not a draw if he takes it?
Maybe, yeah.
F7? No, then f6, yeah. No, I
Wait a minute. So bishop e7, I saw something.
If rook f7 is
Yeah, can I play
E4?
rook f7?
And bishop f6 next. And then Okay, it's probably not a win, but just
Ah,
a
Oh,
game
yeah,
goes
yeah.
on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely White should play this. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I don't
And
think.
some
I'm gonna win.
G4
Why?
ideas.
E5?
I mean H3, G4.
Okay, but is there ever a threat?
Like, okay, I think it's better to keep the pawns on light squares for now.
Yeah, no, I have trouble believing White's gonna win this.
But
position.
H3, G4 followed by king moves, and it's hard for black to find a plan. And at the right moment,
Is B5.
yeah. So
I don't see the plan for White actually.
if white puts a pawn on G5, then he has rook H4 threats.
Rook H7 is always there is the problem. So I
So-
saw positions like these and I thought they were holding. I never really believed I was gonna
But
win.
I think
this.
I mean, rook H7, rook H6, you have the potential to get two passed pawns one day. I don't know, and bringing the king to.
So let's see.
This
Bishop
was certainly a
E7,
better try, but
Rook F7.
okay, I missed E4 of course, but
Also, you can play Bishop D8, but E4.
sure. Well, Bishop D8, there's Bishop E1, right?
I have to play this. Okay,
Sure.
till here it's kind of forced
Right.
in a
but
way. So C5, yeah.
Sure, A5. I mean, I really don't see how I'm going to break through as long
G4
as
doesn't work. So
Black has Rook H7
yeah.
available.
So can you? Okay, you play King F2.
And say A5.
King D3.
I want to put the king here. Maybe. Ah no. Then there's Rook H7 ideas.
Yeah, I mean,
So I
it's
put king here.
okay. B5. I mean, it feels like Black's play is extremely straightforward, and unless I can find a plan, which I couldn't during the game, it should be enough. Just, and if I go completely hog wild on the king side, the position is not totally without risk. So
G4 looks.
G4,
like a
Bishop
move.
G4.
yeah,
It takes and rook G5.
No,
rook
that's a
C6.
draw. That's a
Yeah,
draw.
there's
Yeah,
no real
That's a
chance.
draw.
for sure.
Maybe H4 followed by G4 or something
But
like this. No.
H4 there will still be, I don't know, B4.
No, but I think now you just.
Well, B4 is fun too, right?
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
want even ambitious. Like at some point, I worry if I could even lose this position. I mean,
Well.
yeah, I mean, I should
It's
be
a bit-
able to escape whenever I want with Bishop D8, but
Mhm.
no, I think that once I didn't play Queen G4, that
No, but even this endgame somehow I feel that there should be something more. You know.
I thought so, but I couldn't find.
I mean,
it.
for example, you don't need to exchange on E4. You can wait.
What should I play instead? You're going to play Rook takes E4 next.
Okay, so let's say takes, and now you can play something. No, your rook on F4 is not necessarily
Yeah, no, but
good. I don't know.
this probably was better. The problem
H4
was like,
or H3 maybe, yeah.
perhaps. I mean, the thing was, I wanted these pawns at home. Actually, I thought like the endgame we got is with the opposite bishops. When my pawn's on F4, I thought it might actually be lost if my pawn was back on H2, because my king gets to G5.
Yes,
But I'm not actually sure because King G5 you can meet with Bishop H3.
yes.
But
Then H5.
no, but with the pawn still on H2, you
Evan,
put the
okay.
bishop on F1 and play.
No,
King
I mean
G5.
with king on G5 you have to play H4 H5. That's the only breakthrough.
Right. No, this I thought may have been winning, so I was very
So, okay.
hesitant to push these pawns. But the problem was here, like, I just needed a move. Like, for example, if I could play B4 and then H3, I thought this would be very good. I also sort
Oh,
of...
why you didn't play before G5?
Yes, and this is a draw. It took me some time to understand this because we get, say, instead, for example, King F2 is more natural, and say G5, and I was calculating this business, and say, and here at least I have frozen the queen side, but this is still a
Bishop
draw.
E4.
Yeah, and the diagonal is just the bishop will, the king will come to E6, and the bishop will stay on H7, and this is a draw. So it basically I had a lot of different options in this to reach opposite bishops with even it feels like two pawns up with this like this, but it was never enough. And
I'm not sure. I mean, you can still try. I mean,
this is just a draw though, right?
I mean not. I don't know how exactly, but somehow after Bishop D3, you let me off too easily. I feel.
I couldn't find a move here was the problem. I mean,
You should not allow first of all the exchange of all the pawns on the queen
How
side.
can I avoid that? I also think it's a draw even if I can keep a pawn, but I didn't see how to avoid the exchange of all the pawns on the queen side. Is the
So this first of all King F2, G5.
right, and this is
And
the
now
problem.
you take. Okay, this position.
I thought Bishop F6 just to get to B5 first.
Okay, let's say if I play Then I go king f7, yeah?
Yes, of course. This is the one template too shy.
King
And king
g3.
f7, and this is a draw.
So bishop f6,
Right.
g4.
And then bishop d8, and I've frozen the
So
pawns
bishop-
completely,
yeah.
but it's still a draw.
So bishop e4, king
Yeah.
g3.
Yes, and put the king on king f7,
Yes,
takes, bishop takes g2, and this is just a draw. So say, actually king e5 is a clever move, but
because I was calculating this during the game, such type of endgames.
yeah.
It was not easy.
So if bishop h3 check,
King e5,
and now the king comes to d7,
king e8.
yes, and king, just put the king on d7 and wait.
And the thing is, I need my pawn on h4, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. So it will take the king a million years to come back.
Okay.
Okay, king e7 or something.
Okay. But you will zugzwang, no?
King c7, or Zugzwang?
I mean,
King d7,
King f4, no?
yeah, okay. King f4,
and king d7,
king g3.
and now bishop f5, and it's a draw. As soon as it gets king e6, bishop h7,
Why?
it's just dead.
I mean, it's a draw, but is it so easy?
Yes, bishop h7. King f6.
No, I mean, I think I should play king d5.
Sure, but this is just a draw. It's not even
So I
close.
should play e4 first.
Okay, but now bishop just stays bishop g6. Bishop h7. King f6 or something.
Mm.
King e6. Yeah, bishop g6 and h7 for the rest of the game.
Wait,
Yeah, bishop g6 and...
oh sorry, I want to
Yeah,
play
it's-
bishop g7.
Okay, and I will just continue to wait with bishop g6 for the rest of the game. Bishop h7. And okay, but you can take a6, but it won't help, right?
No, I'll take a6, then I'll play e6, and then I'll take on c6, you know?
Oh yeah, maybe this was actually not so easy. And this is... Oh, but the king will get trapped with king c7? No, but you can always...
Then I play e6, e7, no?
Yeah. Maybe we could have put the bishop on g8 so that... Timed it so we had bishop g8 and then put the king on c7, but then just move the bishop and Zugzwang. Yeah, so this actually... Is this lost now?
Seems like it.
Okay, let's see this, yeah? Just for understanding.
Yeah. Check, takes, bishop d3. No, this is still a draw.
Oh, yeah?
No, wait.
A4
No,
and
no,
b5,
wait.
no? Just a4?
Yeah, a4, b5 on the spot, yeah, it wins.
Are you sure? Takes, king f7?
Ah, yeah,
And
then
this
you
is-
give the pawn.
So
Yeah.
So a4 doesn't work. So this position.
it takes some time.
Okay, first of all, let's see h7.
Takes, yeah, and king d7, and this is a draw.
No, if I put king on.
And bishop c2? No, bishop c2, and this you'll not win.
Wait, so king d7 if I play. I'm just one tempo short.
I mean, does king d7... I don't even know if king d7 is the only holding move, but... Does king d5 not work? Yes, king d5
A4?
holds as well, and check... Or... Hang on. Wait, no, this... No, yeah, so... Check on d3. And then king c4. Now is this lost?
I just pushed the a pawn.
Yes, this is lost. Okay, so I had to go king d7 there. Yeah, so this was probably a better try. But I...
Something along these
How did it
lines.
start?
This was if I had played king f2 instead of h3, which was probably a better move, but black also, for what it's worth, does not have to play g5 by any stretch. He's welcome to make a move like c5 or something first.
But then you go king.
But what's the point if rook
Now you
takes
get king on g5.
But rook takes f4? How did I get the king to g5? Okay, but if with this structure... But now we have this structure where black will not have the frozen queenside, right? I mean, like if he plays a5?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
And now,
so tricky,
yeah,
this endgames, yeah?
This should be a draw.
Because here it's absolutely straightforward. I thought a5 was more precise. You
Yes, that's actually an important
know?
move.
Because if c5, you have b4.
Yes.
You
and
take,
here-
a5.
This is still a draw, of course, but...
Yes, but
The
I
pawn
mean,
is there.
you
Yes.
keep one pawn here.
Right.
Whereas here, if
Right.
he does this, I have
then-
c5.
Yes.
Now bishop
A3,
a3 doesn't
bishop
work,
B1,
bishop
yeah.
c4. And he has to go to the other diagonal, then I...
And b5, a3, b4, and it's a draw.
Sorry, bishop c5, bishop d2. and now I just go b5 and b4,
Yeah. this
and I
is-
exchange this pawn, and then it's like in the game.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I was thinking that even if I can keep a queenside pawn, I think it's still a draw here actually. But
Yeah, it could be, but then I didn't want to,
Yeah.
have this extra options. Yeah, always. I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
sure actually if it's a draw.
why not?
If you keep a extra pawn.
So say after bishop e5, if you play the stupid move, and then a3, and we get something like this, you think that this is? I
Yeah.
thought this was just dead. I don't.
Why?
See.
So let's say king f2,
And bishop here,
g4.
and it's now here.
Okay.
I
So
thought this is just strong.
no, you will play eventually f5. Yeah. So king g3,
Yes, and now.
bishop f1. Yeah.
Or
Let's.
maybe we can start with this move
Then I have king h4.
and bishop f1.
Yeah.
And I think this is still a draw.
So
Yeah, probably.
the end game seems to be very close
Yeah.
to a draw
In,
already.
in fact,
No, but wait. Somehow.
if this position with my pawn on h2, at first I thought it was winning, but in fact I actually think that even that's a draw because king g5 there is bishop h3.
I'm not sure. Then you take king g6 and h4.
Takes and bishop f5 check.
Yeah.
And then king g7, bishop g4. I thought that, I was trying to dream away, like, the best possible version of this endgame is if I get one pawn, not the stupid a pawn, but like I get a pawn against b4 against b5 and c6, I get to keep my pawn on h2, and I get my king to g5. I mean, that's just an absolute dream for white. I got no part
b4,
of this.
And then h3
Yeah.
against
No, my pawn back on h2.
h2 again.
So
and
I
like
got
this.
absolutely no part of that plan, and I think even if I get all of it, I believe it's still a draw. So,
That's the best chance only. Yeah.
yeah, but I think even that is just a draw.
I have another moment that I wanted to ask you, like
Yeah.
the moment we discussed, but some move that was offered to me by international master friend during the break. So the same moment where we said queen g4 should have been played.
Yes.
So right after f6. So here he suggested the move rook c1 with the idea that after bishop takes d5 to
I
sack the
did
exchange.
consider it, but I disliked rook a d8.
Who suggested this?
Gabriel, international master from the Open.
I disliked this move. Of course I considered it, but this was the move that bothered me.
So here,
In addition, is there a plan after this one? Now queen g4 you want.
yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous that I allowed this. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes, but
I should just play f5.
No, I mean-
Bishop
Rook
e7
c1
is.
looks like an attacking, like an attack for free in a way.
what's it about this
Even
move?
and rook takes c5.
Okay, and just boom boom.
Yeah, just go for the
Yeah.
throw to 94.
No, I mean
The more
rook
I
a
look
d-
at it, the more bad it looks.
Rook
Yeah.
a d8 is what I was worried about in this position. Or at least that's why I didn't play rook c1.
No, this position is awful for black.
Yeah. Well, what is my next move though?
Here, probably the same line from the game, maybe with better circumstances. I don't know.
Oh yes, now this line is just crushing. There's a or no, it's not crushing. This is
Rook,
still
but taking rook c7 or
and takes and
looks like a better version after rook
I'm
c7.
not sure. No, rook c7. There is bishop e4 and this
Rook e7
and here
and rook d2 maybe.
and here.
Rook d2 looks even stronger.
Sure, but this is also
Yeah, but
okay.
something about the c7 pawn hanging feels
Yeah.
bad. Like here, there must be some idea for white.
If there was, I couldn't find it. But as we saw after queen g4, bishop d5, rook d1, c6, I couldn't find knight e4. So if I can't find that, I can't find probably anything. But
I mean here, I don't know if rook c1 or queen g4 is simpler,
This-
but this is a move that like
This
it's
is
difficult to
move.
think about for white. It's very creative to sack on c7 on c5.
Yeah, but
No.
just queen g4 is
this
crushing.
Was,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Was,
No, I mean, I
Have you seen
absolutely.
it?
Sorry?
Have you seen
Crushing
Of course, queen
With
g4. I
94?
was,
crushing
yes,
is a
yes, I
strong
was
word.
worried about it, but I didn't see what to do.
It's
Maybe
also-
I have to go queen d5. F6 is again a bad move.
But yeah, but I couldn't figure out. I don't know, probably. But here,
I mean, it
Yeah.
looks so bad, this position. I mean,
No,
for
but-
one pawn, he has everything, yeah?
yeah.
I mean,
no.
he's even getting back the pawn. So, absolutely for no
no
compensation.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
missed this stupid knight takes e4.
Yeah.
What's my next move if he plays rook e8?
Like,
There is even an idea of rook d5, which is probably not so bad, but okay, I don't need to take
Takes
it.
And I
So-
wasn't sure about that one, but maybe it's good.
what if knight takes c4 now?
on this move. No, I can never see it. So 3 knight f6.
Bishop a3, bishop a3.
Rook yeah, okay, no. This is what I had to do, and well, if I had seen it and figured this out, we may have had a different result.
Yeah. Can I ask you about this critical moment? Just something, because at least I have considered you for an expert in calculation based off of some interviews and articles that you mentioned it, your practice and so on. And like, I'm sure many players miss such lines in their games, in their critical moments. And how would you diagnose this kind of, let's call it a blunder, like not seeing knight takes e4 from your perspective? Is it an intuition or a technique kind of thing?
Yeah,
I don't know much about this topic.
I think also it was more about evaluation than anything else, because I believed that the endgame that we got was very promising for white, and I thought it was very pleasant, very risk-free, and good chances for a win. But I think that the way the game played out, I sort of realized that in fact it's probably just a draw with some effort from black, but maybe not that much. I think if I had realized that, and that this was probably not going to win me the game, I would have looked more, and then knight takes e4 I would have found. So I think this was actually more of a mistake in evaluation as opposed to calculation, because I also played knight take fg6 in 3 minutes, which is not particularly clever. I mean, f5 I spent a long time on, I think. Sorry, where is
15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, f5 I spent quite some time. And then f6, which I had hardly considered, I should have spent. I think this was just playing too fast at this moment and not appreciating the options.
Yeah, but the first second your attention was brought to knight takes e4, and you looked at it, you immediately realized it's good, and even I didn't know the evaluation. Like, I just thought that it might be interesting, and suddenly you decided crashing.
I get my pawn back, and I'm including my last piece in the attack.
It's just a matter of focusing your attention during the process of calculating and just trying to evaluate it properly. Sorry about the timing that you just finished the game.
It was just, I think it was more that I misevaluated the end game. I just saw this thing that looked good and went for it. And I should have slowed down, realized that black is defending it without a ton of trouble, and then played accordingly.
Yeah, so generally a very entertaining game from both of you, and appreciate the opening choice and for Vidit going for this hanging pawn structure.
Yeah, no, I should have played f5, and then it's like, completely double-edged. Where I mean, if I have good chances to even take over, because I can win a pawn. But yeah, I played too passively with bishop e7, not in the spirit of the position.
This was my choice of move, so maybe I should have suggested something else. Yeah, I thought f5 was bad, and you two played the most interesting game from my point of view, and. Yeah, sadly didn't finish in a decisive result like the crowd wants to see.
I'm not
Yeah, both seem unsatisfied, but still you played a decent game overall, and I thank you very much for coming here and for sharing your insights with us. And just one last question, Sam, do you speak about these kind of topics in your DVD, Shankland method, like how to calculate variations and evaluate?
Yeah, quite a bit. I mean, the time I spent on the Shankland method, like anything I do, I did it for myself, not for my viewers, because I wanted to learn about these topics myself, and just sort of was hoping that other people could learn along with me when I did them. But yeah, I definitely look a lot at calculation, both in the Shankland method. The first one I did was like in positions like this one, where it's sort of...
What is Shankland method, by the way?
It's a DVD series I did, but...
Righteous, yeah?
Yeah, you can buy it on my website, but it's... and which you should do because it's fantastic. But but yeah, the first part of it is Shankland method. Part 1 was about positions like this one, sort of calculating in strategic positions where you have like little strategic goals and trying to make moderate gains. And the second one is more about your sort of wild bishop g5 knight or dragon Grunfeld kind of positions, calculating in the more messy ones. But well, I should have watched my own DVD because maybe I would have played better this game then.
Maybe I'll try it if you would recommend it for me as well.
Of course.
So thanks for the advice and for sharing your insights once again. So Sam Shankland and Vidit, everyone, thank you.
Thank you.